Hey guys, El Flamingo here, your coach of the Kooparoo Crabhammers. Today we are going through a new team reveal for a draft league. We have just finished drafting our team in. So this is part of the Garden of Eden Discord server. We're actually part of two leagues there. We've just finished drafting for the Series 10 VGC draft league. So we're going to go through my team and my sort of thought process as we're going along. So I wanted to look at drafting my restricted first. I was looking at Calyrac Shadow Rider Uzation, but I was 7th pick. So chances are I wasn't going to get that. So my backup pick was Urshifu Single Strike. So for 13 points, I got a Single Strike Urshifu. I think it's going to be quite a good mon for me because Series 10 is no max, which means that Urshifu can just punch through protects or other protecting type moves. So I thought I'd go with that, and then I can start to build there as I know what sort of restricted I wanted to go next. So by the time it got back to me again, everyone had chosen their restricted except for two people, myself and R2. Had a discussion with R2 about what he was going to pick. So I started to build towards my restricted without actually drafting my restricted yet. Since no one else was really going to get it, I'd go through all my support and then I would draft it at the end just so I couldn't get sniped on a pick or two. So to help support my unknown restricted, my next pick was Politoed. So Politoed can set up rain, which can mitigate fire damage and also boost the damage of water moves. Has lots of useful moves like Helping Hand and Icy Wind. So this one is actually going to be quite the good little support mon for my restricted Pokemon. Next, I went, well, since I've got Politoed and Urshifu, maybe I could go something that pairs well with that. It can also set Trick Room. So I picked up Gothitelle. So Gothitelle's great because it can trap the opponent. And opponents don't want to be trapped in with something like an Urshifu, but also don't want to be trapped into something like Perish Song. So I thought I could get a good little pairing here, but also a good pairing between the Urshifu and the Gothitelle. Next, I wanted to get something that utilized rain a bit. So I went with the water grass Pokemon, Ludicolo. I've never used Ludicolo before. Seems like a really cool Pokemon. Has access to some real good supportive moves like Fake Out and Icy Wind, but also can hit quite hard, especially in the rain. Has a Swift Swim ability, so boosts its speed if the rain is up. And I thought it was better for my team than Kingdra. Kingdra's got good coverage, but I think the grass on the Ludicolo was just better coverage. So from here, I wanted to get some speed control at the other end. So I've got Trick Room. So I wanted something that could set Tailwind. And so I got one of the best Tailwind setters in the format in Crobat. So Crobat's got Inner Focus, doesn't let it be flinched by moves like Fake Out, has 130 base speed, and can set up that Tailwind. Wind has access to other annoying moves like Taunt and Hypnosis. So it can be quite the good little support mon for my restricted. So my restricted can now work in Trick Room or it can work in Tailwind. Next, I wanted something that gave me a solid Trick Room mode, but I also wanted something that could easily switch into ghost moves. So that led me to drafting one of the mascots for the only mascot for the 4X attack, and that is Snorlax. So Snorlax is a normal type, which means it's immune to those ghost moves, and it is really bulky on the special side and can offer some really good physical offense. Base 30 speed lets it work very well in Trick Room. So next, including my restricted mon and Urshifu, like all my big hitters were physical. So I wanted something in special. I wanted something that could do okay in the rain. And it actually completed my Fire Water Grass core, and it actually drafted Moltres. So Moltres Cantonian form is the fire and flying version, Why does it work in Trick Room? It just gets access to Hurricane, and it has a really big base special attack with, I think it's 125. Yeah, so it can hit very hard on the special side. It's actually got 100 base attack as well. Didn't know that. So it can hit pretty good on the physical side as well. So from here, I wanted something that was immune to electric attacks. I was looking at lightning rod mons and that sort of thing, but I didn't have quite enough points to get a good lightning rod user. But I found this guy, and he hits quite hard, and it is Diggersby. So Diggersby is ground and normal type, kind of doubling up on my normal types here, but I don't think that's too much of a problem. Has access to huge power as its ability, which doubles its attack stat. So its base attack is 58, I believe, and 56. So, when it's fully invested and that gets doubled, it just does such big damage. So it works well in Tailwind, but is probably slow enough to do a bit of work in Trick Room if I'm against a faster team. So next, we've got 2 more mons to go. Next, I picked my restricted Pokemon just because I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to go over with points. So my restricted is, and you've seen him here on the channel before, is Solgaleo. So Solgaleo is the Steel and Psychic type, has really big physical attack with 137, but also has decent special attack with 113. Large HP stat in 137, and reasonable defenses in 107 and 89 respectively. So I've used Solgaleo in the past, so I felt comfortable with it out of all the Pokemon that were all the restricteds that were left. So this is what I've been trying to build around. So the rain mitigates the fire damage to Solgaleo. Urshifu is one of the biggest counters to Solgaleo. And then I've got a lot of ground resistances and ground immunities. And I also have the Snorlax to switch into ghost attacks. And Urshifu is one of the best dark counters to dark Pokemon. So we only had 2 points left, so I went with someone else we know from the channel in Rotom, base form Rotom. So it has Levitate, so again, it's immune to those ground moves, but it can work next to Solgaleo or next to Diggersby as a bit of an Earthquake, or next to Diggersby doing Discquake type stuff. Also quite annoying, kind of works with the way I like to work, Will-O-Wisp, Eerie Impulse, Screens, Electro Web, that sort of stuff. So I can be really annoying with it too. So that's my team. I'm pretty happy with it. Like, I do have one rough matchup, but I think I'll be able to work around it. Everything else, I think I have the tools to be able to deal with as easily as they can deal with me. So yeah, should be a fun one. Haven't done a restricted VGC draft league in a while. This is no max, so I haven't done a no max draft league either. So yeah, that's my team, guys. I will hopefully have some matches for this soon, and hopefully I also have the the team reveal for the other league I'm in as part of the Garden of Eden Discord group. So the other league is an Ubers draft league. So again, there's going to be some restricted ones there, but should be an interesting one, and I can't wait for that one. And that's a singles league, so that should be a really cool one. So yeah, that's it, guys. Signing off. I shall see you all next time.